Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, man. It's anime, y'all. That's right. Rejoice. Put your hands together. All right, because we got an all-star cast for you. That's right. I'm giving it to you right now from the dirty South. All right, from the Gulf Coast. All right, the place where they got all the scrimps. That's right. That's where they got all the gators too. And I ain't talking about them gators that the pimps wearing in Detroit. I'm talking about the gators, the real ones. All right, to come up on your golf course. All right, to be all in your backyard. Got to try to trap them in a trash bag or something. All kinds of crazy. But I give to you the man, the myth, the legend, the boss hog of comic distribution in the Gulf Coast. That's right. Put your hands together. Coop of Blurtish. What's up?
Hey man, what can I say after introduction like that? What up, folks? You'll be able to hear this on the Blurtish platform on several different podcast channels and things, if you will. Of course, today is always a special day because every so many months, every few weeks, we reset the clock and we restart on some new anime.
Not resetting the clock though.
Or move the clock forward or whatever, or spring forward or move back.
Fall back.
Fall. I hate fall back, but
man,
I like that sun beaming in my face. Even
that's
if
right.
It's hot.
I need that sun.
At 6 o'clock, I don't know about you people. You people on the East, especially on the East Coast, I don't know how y'all deal with it.
I need that sunshine.
Getting dark at 3:30 at 4:30 is the sun already saying bye. So it's like I'm out of here, y'all.
Yeah, it's like, man, I'm done. I can't take it no more.
Like, I'm tired of you people. Freeze.
So man, like, I hope y'all be cold. Peace out.
Look, man. Look, in a place where driving is crazy, as most places, driving sucks in the dark when it's rush hour. That ain't fun. Mm-mm. Especially when people getting off work and they tired and they angry, they hungry.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't what you want to be in the pitch dark driving and dealing with folks. it's like the darkest of dark. Till you know,
ain't nobody feeling all that.
Yeah, so so in the spirit of avoiding the darkness, we bring the light to you. We're gonna analyze, set up some different anime and animations. A couple ain't gonna be Japanese, but that's all right. This is anime-ish. So we're gonna just, I'm gonna go through the preview and we're gonna talk about some stuff. Mike gonna talk about his things, and then we're gonna do some reviews as well.
Yeah, so this, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go and get this preview started. What we got this fall, man? What we got this fall from you?
So I'm gonna, usually I always pick the one that's gonna be. I like to pick the new hit because Mike will like to let me know it ain't gonna necessarily be the hit. I'm like, all right, Mike, he'll jump in with the dynamic entry, but one is gonna be an obvious hit. But you know what? I'm going to start off bizarre. I'm gonna start off with Blue Miburo. Now that's how it was listed. It comes out October 19th. This is another samurai one. The samurai one's been hitting for the past year or two. If you take out Bleach, which is kind of samurai like esque, even though they do all kind of stuff, but even since Revenger, it's just been good samurai stories out there.
Oh yeah, Revenger comes through.
Yeah, so even though I don't know, maybe you might like this. I think you were saying it looks like trash to you, or excuse me, you wasn't feeling it. I ain't gonna say you said it looked like trash.
It looked generic to me.
So I think they not. We done talked about trailers, man. I think they not showing what we really gonna be seeing all the way. I hope not. But and basically, it's Neo is an orphan who can't help but dreaming of a better world. In this action-packed manga, they say it's action-packed. He meets two men who show him how a few swords can change history. This riveting samurai series from the acclaimed director of Days shares its setting with Rurouni Kenshin, one of my faves, one of the Adult Swim Toonami legends out there. So I guess I don't know if it's in the same world. I guess that's what they say. And chronicles the founding of the Gumi by handsome and volatile men fighting for justice and for themselves.
Dang.
I guess they need to be handsome and volatile. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's how it works. So if I'm reading this, if I'm thinking through this, maybe the Shinsengumi, I think that's Ronin Kenshin's style, his fighting style, maybe. So maybe this really is going to dig down to like some of these legendary, maybe not necessarily the legendary people in his series, but maybe the style that he uses and maybe where it comes from or something. That's what I'm somewhat taking from it, but I don't know. But I think we're not going to really. I mean, they say it's the same world. We probably not going to have nothing to do with Ronin Kenshin.
Probably
Like,
nothing
it's like,
at all.
Like we in a whole nother prefecture. Don't worry about it. We in the same world because the author said so. Okay. That's how that's probably gonna work out. So I'm not gonna expect to, have all type of cameos.
Like any Kenshin characters rolling up.
Yeah, you just, I don't know why they had to say that, but I guess he's like, look, now I created this. This can all be in the world I create. So
ain't nothing wrong with that.
So any thoughts from you? How you feeling? I know you say you saw the preview, but
yeah, when I saw the trailer, it kind of looked generic to me. I was just like, it didn't look bad, but it looked like every other samurai thing that they've dropped. And when I say they drop, I mean like the general industry of anime. Like when I talk about Hollywood, I mean just the general Hollywood, like general anime kind of industry. This looks like your basic samurai thing. And nothing really jumped out to make me excited about it. So I was just like, it looks kind of generic. I'm cool. So I'm pretty sure there might be people that know about the manga or whatever and be like, oh, it's great. But for me, it just looked kind of generic.
And for me, I know nothing of it. Like, so generally, folks, when I pull an anime, I like to pull stuff that IP that I'm familiar with, especially if it's a remake or if it's a manga I read. I usually don't read a manga unless I start on the anime and I can't finish it. Shout out to the homie Zom 100. I'm gonna finish you, but because I ain't gonna have no other else. But so I usually start completely fresh with new anime that even if it's in its manga form, other than maybe knowing like a little bit about it. But I never heard of Blue Miburo. Now the site that I pulled it from, this is what it's called, but I think it's not the actual proper name. It's gonna be something like Blue Wolves or something.
Like the translated title.
Yeah, I seen like 2-3 translations. So when I saw it just said Blue Miburo, but then it's like it got longer, and it was like the Blue Lonely Wolves of I don't know. It's like they're gonna be Blue Wolves, think Lonely Wolves, which kind of goes in what they said, bunch of volatile, swordsmen who trying to make a better. I ain't gonna say better, make a difference. Or change history. That don't necessarily mean better. Might be some bloodshed. Might be like, look, we're gonna do it my way, or you're gonna be gone. So I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna try it out. The good thing is, it starts a week or two after all of the other anime start. So this is so
it give them a chance to get their hype train rolling and kind of like die down a little bit before they start.
I don't know. I just know it just whatever reason starts October 19th, where everybody else is like October 3rd through the 5th. But I'm gonna shift gears. I'm gonna go to something American made that is a somewhat well-known IP. It will be by Netflix. I am going to look at, and this one is also a later October 10th. Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft. I don't know if it's gonna be released all at once or if they're gonna do it week by week. I have no idea. I don't think they never tell you until you see it with Netflix. If I had to guess, 9 times out of 10 though, this is probably gonna be dropped all at once. So this might be a weekend watch for folks. So keep that in mind. But Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft is an upcoming American animated action adventure anime television series. I am reading from something I pulled from a website, so maybe a little AI in that. So Series based on Tomb Raider, the video game series, now owned by Crystal Dynamics, starring got a famous voice here, Haley Atwell as the voice of Lara Croft. If you know who that name is, folks, it's because she is Peggy Carter. She's also Captain Britain for Marvel. She's been all up in Marvel.
She's Captain Carter. She's Peggy Carter. You know, she's all that.
Yeah, so good choice for everybody. Seems to like Haley Atwell, and she's British. Lara Croft is British. It fits. She do the whole swashbuckling voice and has done it in movies. So good choice. Can't go wrong there. The series is set in the same continuity as the video game reboot trilogy that started in 2013 and takes place after the events of the 2018 game Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So it's also supposed to fit in some gaps in between the games and stuff. I have never really played a Tomb Raider. I just kind of know of general lore. I watched the movies. I know I haven't played the game, but I did like the movies. With what's her name? From back in the day, Angelina Jolie doing her best British impersonation, and I had it was never a bad time with Angelina on the screen for me, for various reasons. But it is cool to see that in a time where this is just my opinion. This ain't Mike's opinion. Well, a lot of people are kind of getting mad that if it's not, say, a white straight male on the property, then you have this hero who's been around for a long time. So it ain't like people can be like, oh, they pandering. Look, she's a legend. She's a legendary video game character. It's good to see that somebody gives a damn about the property to keep bringing it back. So, I mean, what else can be said? Lara Croft, she go hunting, treasure hunting. She shoot at people. She jump out of planes and do stuff and action and do stunts.
They ain't gonna like it.
Oh, but these people, bro. Oh, bro.
Bruh, look, they came out with Indiana Jones. They ain't like that neither. I'm just letting you know they ain't gonna like that.
I'm just saying, I understand maybe if you don't like maybe these younger folks who are complaining about stuff like that. And to be honest, they didn't like what's his name? Uncharted, even though Uncharted probably sucked. It probably didn't do nothing like the video game.
It didn't really look that great.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I feel like if this doesn't work, then maybe we don't need no more treasure hunting stuff for a hot minute. Like if this
he said he don't want to hunt for no treasure. Never no more.
If the people do not like Lara Croft, then I don't know what to tell you. Because you ain't getting Nicolas Cage. All the people who are mad about National Treasure, Nicolas Cage probably didn't want to come back. And if he did, man, just follow that man. He do some crazy stuff. Y'all know what Nicolas Cage do. Maybe he didn't want to do it. I don't know. But this is your best bet right here if you want that vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the trailer. It's another one that I think looks okay, but I was never super sold on Tomb Raider. I think it's alright, you know what I'm saying? But I don't hate it, but I'm also just like I'm not waiting to see it either. Like I'm just like, okay, it's Tomb Raider. All right, well, I'm glad the Tomb Raider people got something. I'm just like, I don't know. It looks okay.
I do know, Mike. It looks great. I do know.
You ain't gotta know.
I'm in there. I'm dropping in. It looks marvelous. It's pretty. It's pretty like Blue Eye. Not the same kind of graphics, but it's pretty like that. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm looking forward to it.
Not a lot though.
I don't know if it'll be. I mean, I think Blue Eye had an aesthetic, but as far as just being Lara Croft, you know what she do? She go treasure hunt. Like I said, she got a lot of action going on. Stuff gonna blow up. She gonna find something.
She busts her guns like Dark Man X.
Pretty much. And Haley Atwell is gonna be voicing it. So I don't know what else to say. Folks complain. I mean, if it's not good, but I just the one thing I don't want to see be like, oh, another woman is in charge. Like it's the character been around for a few decades.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how long she's been around. There's gonna be people that hate women no matter what. There's gonna be people that hate men no matter what. So and I guess that kind of is what it is. But I think it looks like standard Netflix anime quality. which is a good thing. And then of course the voice cast. I mean, well, at least the voice casting of Haley Atwell is a good thing. So I'm not against it. I'm just not big on the kind of like adventure kind of thing. But shouts out to all the Uncharted people, all the all the Tomb Raider people.
I just want to say again, like, and I feel you, Mike, but I'm just saying the incels. I'm talking to a specific amount of people. Usually the people who from what I see, I can't speak for everybody, but the places I roam around, just from the video games to whatever, it's just like, look, I ain't even like no feminist, pretending to be no feminist dude. I just want people to use common sense. I just want to say the character, like Zelda, like Samus, has been around for a while, because a lot of people are around here just dumping on games and properties before they even consider. In fact, they don't have any chance to consider it. They too busy dumping on it, like Caitlin Clark fans dumping on the rest of the WNBA. Y'all look that up. So that's the type of person I'm talking about.
I mean, a good amount of that is also racially charged, but that's
that's what I'm saying. Is all of that hatred box that's just slapped together. So
speaking of Samus, like with how good with how good Mario, or I guess Nintendo, did with Illumination, I'm surprised they ain't line up nothing for Zelda and Metroid. And unless maybe they are and they've announced it, and I just don't know.
Here's the thing.
But I mean, Illumination killed it with that Mario joint. I'm gonna keep it real.
Pretty much about to answer your own question. Nintendo. Yes, this the simple answer is you'll know when they tell you. It's just like anything they do. And the only thing you don't want to know is when they coming after you with a lawsuit. That you will know. But the next up is Link, though. They, Zelda, whoever's in control of that, they've been wanting Zelda really bad. In fact, they kind of always sleep on Metroid. Just Metroid is on the third tier for them. Link is gonna come. Zelda is gonna always have a game every year or every other time it's released.
Well, no, I'm talking about like a animated.
Well, I'm saying
animated feature. Like
they're going to go how they go with their games. I promise you. Like Link is Mario first. Zelda seems to be like the next series that always get love. Then we'll figure out from there. But they haven't been I think Donkey Kong is going to get a movie after that.
What?
Possibly.
Man, look, all right. Since Illumination out there doing their thing, like, let's go in and get Mario. Let's go in and get Mario 2 pumping. Let's get a Zelda movie in production.
But Zelda is actually supposed to be live action, so it's not going to be just Illumination. They're going to be doing multiple mediums and type of styles.
Oh, they think they're going to be getting some Lord of the Rings styles up in there. All right, I'm down with that. I ain't worried. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some Star Fox. Yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some Star Fox out here.
Give me Star Fox. But yeah, so that's all I got on Tomb Raider. Any other thing you want to say, Mark? Anything? Got any thoughts on it? Or you just say, hey, it's dope? It's
he out right now. He
came in, he came out, I guess.
So what you got next?
Say you having some mic audio issues. Next, we gonna jump back into some pure anime. This is, in fact, I'm gonna let you take this one. Bleach, October 5. Comes out October 5.
All right, so Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, is supposed to be coming back.
It's coming back, man.
October 5. Or October 5th. Now, the reason I say supposed to be is because I honestly, as a Bleach fan, I feel as if Bleach been gone for 10 years. They left me on that dope cliffhanger, and I'm like, yo, where Bleach at? You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, Mike.
Where they done been? So I'm glad they coming back. I want to make sure they coming back for real.
Now, to be fair, Mike,
how when you invite somebody to a party, you be like, you coming? Like you really you sure you coming? That's kind of how I feel about Bleach.
Your pain. So you said did you watch Bleach back in the day in the Adult Swim days, or
no? I never did because I didn't know what it was about. I was like, Bleach. I don't want to watch no thing about cleaning. I ain't trying to watch that.
Okay. You serious? Or are you just joking?
No, I'm being serious. I was like, Bleach sounded like a dumb name. I wasn't watching that mess.
Oh,
And then when I think Gamma told me what it was about, I was like, word? Supernatural
just-
action? I was like, I'm there. So then I started watching it.
like, I know you be busy. Man. I'm shocked you to just Google it. Just like, what is it? I know it's got a weird name. It's just
remember when Toonami and all that was going on? There wasn't no Google like that.
they
Like
had
back
a
in the day
little
when
bit.
the first Bleach was going on, you can't
had
just
a
hop
little-
on Google.
They had a little bit of information. Now I ain't gonna say it's as clean as
Bro,
it
you
is
talking
now.
about the dial-up days.
All right, fair. All right,
When did
to be
Bleach
fair,
first come out?
I'm just saying to look it up what it was about. But all in all, since you so you have recently became a Bleach fan, I'm saying people had to wait a whole like 15 years from the time it ended
Hey.
with that run to them bringing it back now.
Oh, what?
It's just so I'm saying you're
Dang.
good, man. You ain't if you worried, talk to the people who watched it like me and get like then. We know it's back. It's back.
Oh, all right,
promise
word.
That's what I'm saying. Release those worries. They making money. And they do it in season. They not doing
You
like
making money.
because for one, they did it. That was one of the old style where the manga wasn't finished, so they had to do a lot of filler. I messed with the
We
folks
ain't doing
up.
a lot of filler no more.
So let me just talk to the crowd. I know Mike has his opinion on filler. The truth is there really isn't much filler anymore. For one, nobody ain't got time to animate all that. So they now take breaks. Studios just have to go work on something else because they constantly in motion. It's a terrible business somewhat. Not to get into all that, but they do kind of switch it up. So, but far as most episodes of most shows now are like generally 12 episodes, and then you might get 2 cores, as they say, back to back, and then they make a whole season, or they might just do 1 core and say, all right, that's the season. Let's see how we're gonna switch this up and what we cover. And they kind of time it out a little bit better. So people are a little bit smarter, a little bit more efficient. Even if they are mean to their employees, a lot of these anime companies are just abusing people.
True that.
Got to be honest. But Bleach is coming back, man. It's probably gonna be. It's gonna be a short season. It's gonna be like 12. It's a 12
Yeah,
episode.
because last season was 13 episodes, but they ended on this episode called Black. And bruh, look, if y'all been watching Bleach, if y'all know Bleach, y'all know that finale was sweet, bruh. You had all right. So Squad Zero, it was just like a showdown. They was pulling out all the stops, all the skills, and then the dude, I can't remember, his bald-headed dude with the paintbrush, yo. Homie was like, I'ma paint whatever and I'ma change the name. Yo, bruh, it was straight fire. And Yatch is like, or Uatch or whatever they be calling him. Look, homie is on a straight, I guess, suicide death mission. Like, he don't care who get hurt. And we don't know, look, we don't know what's going to happen between the Soul Reapers because they looking kind of soft. I mean, except the scientist manipulator man, he cool, he chilling, and what is it? Can't remember the dude with the rusty sword. Like he chilling, ain't nobody messing with him. But besides that, the rest of them they struggling out there. So it's cool to see them under some real pressure. I feel like their foot soldiers need to step their game up, but it is giving us an opportunity to see everybody else, especially when Ichigo, when he roll in with the turban. Oh, snap, it's gonna be sweet.
I'm gonna say is if Bleach don't come back by this Saturday, somewhere in the world, I ain't gonna say now sometimes North America how things get delayed. I'll try to do 20 push-ups immediately. It's coming back. I am that confident that it's being advertised. I've seen the advertised. Shout out to our homie Camp. He says the thing he a big Bleach fan. They got advertisements. Bleach coming back in 7 days. Like they let you know. They count down.
Word
so
up. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying, Bleach is one of the most sold mangas of all time. Yes, I don't know why it had that delay. Maybe they burned people out and they had to take a long break. Maybe they had to go back to the bank and fix up some stuff.
Get that cheese rolling.
And shout out
they ain't out here like the creator of Demon Slayer.
Nah, nobody ain't like him. That dude almost went to jail. And may still go to jail. We don't know.
Hold up. What he do again? I forgot. I know he did something.
Tax evasion.
Psh, that ain't nothing. I mean, Dad, y'all acting like that's a real crime. Come on now.
He avoided paying taxes so that he could take the cash and pay his employees to make that last season of Demon Slayer.
The government rob us every day. What's wrong with robbing them back? That's like if someone steals something from me and I steal it back. Is that really stealing? Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that. They ain't even a real crime.
Because the people who in charge, that's how they feel. I'm just saying, like the people who
they ain't even a real crime.
Who legally make you do it. You know what I'm saying? It probably maybe they don't treat their millionaires like how they do in America, you know.
Oh man, they ride with me.
You better keep making money. Maybe they'll just be like, all right, just pay us your fee and you gone. But you never know. Just hey.
Bleach is that heat. Man, I'm excited. So okay, then in that case, if I did Bleach, I'll go in and do my other one. So I'll get that out the way, and then you don't have to worry about nothing from me no more.
Oh man, I ain't gonna do you like that. But go ahead, do it. The floor is yours.
So the next anime that's coming out this fall, that Dragon Ball, y'all. Oh yeah, that's right. Dragon Ball fans rejoice. I know it's only me up in here, but look, Dragon Ball fans, if you are under the sound of my voice, rejoice. We got Dragon Ball Daima. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know why we ain't finishing Dragon Ball Super. But we ain't gonna argue about that right now. We're gonna take our grievances up at a later date because at least we getting Dragon Ball at all. And it's brand new, fresh graphics, crispy clean, 4K. It better be in 4K. Don't be sitting in here in that regular HD. I mean, even don't get me wrong, HD is still nice, but just what I'm saying, like give me that crisp 4K, you know what I'm saying, that brand new fights, power-ups, training. You know what I'm saying? Getting your martial skills together. Look, I can't wait. Look, I don't even really know nothing about it, but all I need to know is it's about the struggle, yo. It's about the struggle. You chilling on Earth, minding your business, and someone come and try to destroy everything. Be trying to take down the people's way of living. They out there just trying to, have a family, eat good, live good, and someone come down to the planet and want to destroy all that. Who gonna stand up? The Z Warriors, man. That's who gonna stand up. Now, I mean,
the Z Warriors. What?
About 3, 4. Maybe it's really like Goku and like Vegeta and like Piccolo, but still, and like Gohan and Gohan if you threaten his daughter, but still, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be out there to make sure that y'all can still live. It's like when the Avengers came together when Chitauri rolled through. You know what I'm saying? If Frieza roll up, hey, look, they assemble. You know what I'm saying? They got to get together, make sure they take everybody out.
I love that you mentioned some real heroes that protect the planet. I'm glad you mentioned
real heroes.
Real examples.
Did you say real heroes?
Real examples of trying to protect the planet.
See y'all, they ain't even just right there. They ain't even let me get through Dragon Ball.
Go ahead. They
ain't even let me get through it.
I just said I'm glad you dropped some real examples of a hero person doing heroic things. Thank you.
But anyway, the small synopsis is Goku begins a great adventure in the newest Dragon Ball Daima series, and they've been keeping this joint under super duper wraps. I don't know why. But I mean, because I'm like, yo, look, go in and talk y'all talk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Dragon Ball. Don't be acting like y'all some new little anime that don't nobody know about. Flex your skills. You one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball. Your name is in these streets. It's no different than saying like Akira or Ghost in the Shell or Bleach or something. Like people know who you is. Go on and say what you're doing. Go and let them know. You know what I'm saying? Throw your weight around a little bit.
What weight? They lost it by turning into babies, but we'll see. We'll see what weight they. Maybe it'll be like.
Y'all see how they do you?
Maybe it'll be like Goku on GT. You know, my favorite one. We turned to an Anger 8. He grew up and just started blowing stuff up.
But I still stand by the baby saga. The baby saga was dope. I'll still stand by that.
Yeah, I mean, there's this.
The rest of it was the rest of it kind of seemed like wasting time to me, but we on that Daima now. We on that brand new. And then also there's tons of stories in Super. So guys, please let's finish up Super.
I mean,
Well.
rest in peace to to the legendary creator,
Yeah, Toriyama. Rest in
Toriyama.
peace.
So
Rest
we
in
don't
peace.
know if
But
that's gonna have.
I'm so excited to see some new Dragon Ball. For
I
real.
mean, I guess they have, wrote the manga past where the story was at when we last saw Super. Maybe one day we get Super. I think it's gonna be
Yeah, because
a
Super
while
goes
off.
on for a while.
I just
Like I've seen
but
some manga stuff where people are like, oh yeah, this happened. I'm like, what?
but
I'm like, where is that?
but Daima is what Toriyama wanted, right? So
At least they say. At least that's what they're saying.
I'm just saying, I think they're gonna respect that man's last wishes, and you gonna have Daima for a while.
Yo, if it's good, I'm down. Let's roll. You know what I'm saying? All I know is in the trailer it say that they going down to Hades. They're going into the demon realm. So let's see what happens, man. You gotta look. You gotta fight. You gotta about to struggle, man. Trying to keep people alive.
I will try probably about 2 episodes and see where it goes.
I don't even want you watching the episode. You're gonna come in, spoil stuff. You're gonna be like, I hate it. It's whack. This is the worst thing in the world. I'm not
gonna do like you. I'm just gonna be like, it ain't for me. I ain't gonna be like you, Mike. Mike be like, bro, I'm gonna punch it. If Mike can take the anime I choose that he don't like and put it against the wall and take his lunch money and beat it up beat his guts up, he would.
That is not true. Even okay,
get out of here.
All right, so what is it? Mashal. All right. I don't like Mashal, but I don't be bombing on Mashal. I just be like, yo man, I don't like it. But I will say one thing: that opening sequence is hot.
Opening sequence is fire. On that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
they
shout
got
out
some
to
fire.
Nuts. So, and I'll say I know Mashal everybody a cup of tea, but that is truly when a song elevates an anime for people to enjoy, to at least want to try it. So that's a good example of that.
That song is fire.
So see, I mess with you a little bit. In fact, I'll give you one that if you want to mess with me, I might soft shoot a little bit because this one's gonna be out there.
All right, which one you got?
It's gonna be extremely out there.
What you got next?
The remake to Ranma and a Half comes out October 5th. This is a weird, this is an older one, y'all, and it's being remade by a legendary creator. Her name escapes me at the moment. I'll probably screw it up. It's like something. It's like with a Lord. In fact, y'all work with me. Mind if I pull it up real quick for a second?
Yeah,
creator of
Ranma and a Half. I never watched it because I didn't really get it. I was like, what? I was like, Ranma Half. I was like, what
I'm gonna explain it. Maybe I'll explain it as PG as possible. But creator,
it's one of them old. I mean, she's there's a whole bunch of nastiness in there.
I mean, she's an older lady who created this back in the 90s, and she's been starting from the 70s. So let's see. That's how you say it. Rumiko Takahashi, legendary creator. She's created a lot of stuff. I think she's even married to a legendary creator who did a lot of people's favorite stuff. So this is one of the premier shoujo / she doesn't do anything straightforward. She does a lot of the old type of style comedy, the 4-, the gag manga, but it is very heavy in Chinese lore with martial arts, with love and absolute bizarre mythical stuff. So being a teenage martial artist is easy, especially for Rama Satome. During a training mission, Rama and his deadbeat dad, I like to throw that in because Gemma is very much a deadbeat. He pretty much sells his kid to fiancés all the time, with arranged marriages. So that's kind of what it starts off after they get cursed. Basically, they take an accidental dunk in a legendary curse spring in China. Now, the dad, I'm gonna just kind of paraphrase this. The dad, he gets transformed every time he gets splashed with water. He turns into a giant panda. What happens to Rama though? I'm gonna let y'all watch this and find out. Pretty much people who know, but I'm gonna let that be the surprise.
All right, now hold on, because when I was younger, I saw the name of this and I was just like, that looks like a stupid name. I'm not watching this. But you ain't tell me that this was a martial arts joint. Now hold on. Oh, hold on! I didn't know they
Yeah,
was
in
gonna be
fact,
doing. I didn't know they
all
was
right. So I
doing the
got you.
punches and the kicks now. Hold on.
In fact, and see,
Oh snap!
I'm going around the whole thing, but basically, Gemma, like they are serious martial artists, and it's like it still has this gag to it, but
I
basically,
might have to peep this
Gemma
out now. They
is
fighting.
is basically his best friend who he trained with. Um, he have his son is supposed to be get engaged to one of his daughters. That's how it starts off. When he goes to meet them, he's like, which one of my daughters would you like to blah blah blah. Now there's one that's his age. Of course, the older one is like, no, she's into, older men, blah blah blah. The youngest one, she's into that money flash lifestyle, and the middle child is a martial artist. So they both have their little bickering. If y'all remember, I was about to really date myself. If y'all remember something called Moonlight, but if y'all moonlighting with Bruce Willis, two
Oh
people who
wow!
do kind. I know I went old. Y'all, let me update that
Yo,
one.
shouts
But
out with
basically,
Moonlight. Nah, man, keep that reference. Look,
oh
that's what
man,
we do here.
but basically, if you know the trope of two people who are friends slash possible lovers who are in the same business, but they bicker. That's this because she's a tomboy and her mother has passed, so things are a little bit rough for her. And also for Rama's mom has passed. So I'm setting up all the normal stuff in this, but his life is hell because of his curse that he eventually does try to break throughout the series that cause all type of problem and suitors that him and Akane has to fight. So it is it's a goofy love story, martial arts love story that you may hear in a few weeks people complaining about it for a certain reason of the curse. So I'm gonna let y'all read and figure it out.
I'm down. We got, what I'm saying, martial arts, and I'm gonna give this one a shot.
But
Because
it's
you ain't
action,
tell me there was punching and kicking. So
in fact, you can look it up. It has several video games from back in the day. One I saw, Mark may have seen it too. It was in the arcade. Shout rest in peace to Bar Marche, but it was at the arcade. I remember seeing it, and it was like a weird. I saw it alongside Dragon Ball. Might have been the same people. It was a weird arcade cabinet. It was like brightly colored, and it was funny shaped. It had its own type of unique monitor. So, and I think it got ported to the SNES, but like Japan, of course, got several versions of Ranma, and they had like a 3D one after a while. But the gag is a lot of people who may be Rama's friends slash rivals. They may have popped up in that spring, and they all get cursed with different things. So when they get splashed with water, like one guy turns into a pig, other one turns into a monster. His dad turns into a panda. So it's gag slash martial arts slash other stuff. But the reason why I like it, it was one that I don't know, it just caught me. I like the martial arts of it. I like the look of it. I like the humor of it. And the guy who was voicing on it, he also I think did the voice of Inuyasha. So his voice was very in the English dub, you recognize his voice from doing several anime when he was young. I read the whole story. It was one that I actually would go to Barnes and Noble and read for free because there was no other way to read it at the time. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. I love the humor of it. May not be for everybody, so look it up. Some of it is gonna be it's gonna be some little bit of fan service probably in there too, and some. In fact, it will be fan service because of when you find out what's going on with Rock.
All right, no doubt. All right, cool. That's what. All right, what else we got?
And that one I think will be on Netflix. Has the rights to it as well too.
Yeah,
but that probably be weekly. So, the big one for me that me and Mark, y'all could listen to our previous 2 episodes ago when we did the preview for Dan the Dead. But Dan the Dead starts October 3rd. This is gonna be I'm calling it the new hit. I know it ain't
Thursday, y'all.
It's Thursday, so every Thursday we're gonna be on it for the review on Monday. But this is how Dan the Dead go. This is a story about Momo, a high school girl who comes from a family of spirit mediums, and her classmate Okarun, or Ken. What's his real name? Ken.
Taka.
We'll have to look it up. But
he said,
But Okarun is the nickname that she gave him, an occult fanatic. After Momo rescues Okarun from being bullied, they begin talking. However, an argument ensues between them. Also, another example of people who bicker and have fun, but might like each other. Since Momo believes in ghosts but denies aliens exist, and Okarun, Ken, believes in aliens but denies ghosts exist. So as you can see,
okay.
to prove each other what they believe in is real, Momo goes to an abandoned hospital where a UFO has been spotted, and Okarun goes to a tunnel rumored to be haunted. To their surprise, each other's overwhelming paranoia activities that transcend comprehension. And brother, it will transcend comprehension. This thing is gonna be bananas and nuts. And be prepared to hear the word banana a lot.
It's gonna be wild to look at.
Yeah, the animation looks crazy.
The storyline is bonkers.
So,
and the characters, both of them are lovable.
So I might end up liking this because now that you give me the premise, and it sounds like a weird anime X-Files maybe to a certain degree.
And let me just finish up a little bit of the definition. Amid these predicaments, Momo awakens her hidden power. Okarun gains the power of a curse to overcome new dangers. Their faithful love begins as well? ? The story of the occult battle and adolescence starts. Elevator pitch for it is called the supernatural coming of age possible love story. I love it, y'all. I'm like, and the fact is, you know how some anime where, you know, the girl be like, oh, you're a nerd, and just like, you know, the pseudo-rays be like, I really love him, but then she don't want to admit it. Damn, Momo is kind of like, I like how they're writing Momo already from the 3 I've seen. She is a caring individual. She's not overly sweet and sappy. She's kind of like, you know, she's like a street style girl, you know, into fashion and all that, but she also is a little hard-headed, but she's sweet. So the people she cares about, she care about them greatly.
Yeah, she I mean, I love the character. She lets it be known that she likes the little weird guy. Even if the other girls are clowning him, she's like, nah, I kind of like it.
The girls it was the dudes clowning them. The girls was like, you know, one of the episodes, she was like, oh, do you like him? It's like, that's fine if you want to. They were like, look, you like your little nerdy bae? Go on, get with that. They were like, she was just trying to be cool, but she has a type in mind. You know, but she says the dialogue between them is excellent. Our homie Tanjiro's voice actor is the voice of Ken / Okarun. So you get somebody there who can play the sweet character, but he's a little more sarcastic in this one. You go hear Tanjiro be a little more snappy. So it's gonna be a fun time. The word Dan to Dan, I think they say in Chinese, means big bold party. It's just gonna be nuts. I don't know where. Shout out to Calvin if you're listening. Calvin told me about it. It's gonna have like a progressional arc to it, and maybe some type of place where it goes. But how you get there is gonna be stupid. This is gonna be crazy. So I think this is going to catch people's eye. I think it's going to be fun. So that's pretty much, you know, Mark, do you have any other that y'all want to preview? Oh, wait a minute. One more that I know we like, but any other anime that you've seen on the list that you want to bring up?
I mean, there are a couple that I saw a trailer for Demon Lord, for Demon Lord 2099. I know that kind of ain't your jam. Cool, like, nah, I don't even play them games.
That's
pretty much like 5 centuries ago, Demon Lord Vatal ruled over an immortal nation. Now the time's come for him to awaken once again. The year's 2099. Civilization has reached peak evolution, leading to a high-tech landscape with towering skyscrapers. Nothing like he's conquered before. Vatal may be a relic of the past, but make no mistake, the new world will be his for the taking.
Oh wow!
So he seems like he's kind of like he has an arrogance that he hasn't earned, because he He's so far behind, but he don't know it. And it's reminiscent of some others in real life that we are currently experiencing. So I want to take that. I'm scared of Uzumaki.
I'm gonna let Sherry get that one. That's one that if I came home drunk, like
I saw it on the list and I was like, yeah, I know that's hers. I
might jump in later if she doesn't
I'm
jump
respect
in.
The GOAT.
But
I'm gonna respect the GOAT.
I'm gonna let her get it if she joins in when she has time. That's one of those. If I saw that coming in when Adult Swim was popular, which it will be on Adult Swim Max the next day. Yeah, I know I'm giving them an advertisement, but whatever. It would freak me out. Like if I wasn't in my right frame of mind, I'm just looking at the girl with her eyeballs swirling around with the spiral and whatever the hell is going on in that town.
This is crazy.
I am disgusted and seasick just looking at her face. I don't know if I can watch much of it. Like, oh, like, what's your eyeball doing, baby?
This anime is wild. The trailer itself is just wild.
You got to tuck it.
But
this is
eyeball. Wild. You just got to tuck it.
She has a hole in her head that's spinning around.
Yeah. Tuck that.
Tuck it where?
I don't know. a sacred place.
Yeah, she's trying to put spirals in your head. But it's from the creator, is it Juni Ito? But he's like a famous Japanese anime horror creator. A lot of his stuff, he's like their Stephen King almost, if you will. His stuff does get adapted live and whatever, and he's probably a troubled individual. So just check him out if you're into that. I may not check it out right away.
Yo, I'll say this. On Demon Lord, it's a maybe, but on Uzumaki, this is a definite at least one episode.
What? You? All right. Well, you like horror though. I know you like horror.
I mean, it just looks so.
It's
just so unique. I gotta give
black
this
and
one
white,
a shot.
Black and white, and the line drawing excellent.
And
I might try it.
I don't think this is traditionally drawn. I think this is all CGI. I think this is all computer generated, like in Unreal or something like that. But it's awesome. Like this looks crazy. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna give this at least one episode.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm gonna check it out. Mike, me and you can horror is not Coop's bag, and I understand that. I'm not gonna ask him to go out on the limb and do that.
It's already out. September 28th. It's already out. Word.
I don't know if it might be out. It might have dropped. I don't know if that's
we got sources. We got sources. Yeah. I'm gonna start looking up some sources right now.
But it's gonna be this week, regardless if it's out right now at the time of this recording. But it'll be out by Saturday. So most definitely. But shout out to Adult Swim / part of WB. I don't know how this works with WB. I'm not gonna go on my spiel with WB, but I'm glad that they're allowing Adult Swim to still make their original anime. I think this one got slightly delayed because of the work being put into it, but it shows. So I think it's coming out the right. I'm glad it's probably good that they pushed it back to come out around spooky season, if you will. I think it was supposed to drop in the summer or spring early this year, and it's just like, no, go ahead and push it back. So
you gotta drop it right during the fall.
So it makes sense. Hopefully that doesn't push Lazarus and the John Wick one back. But if it means you're going to put quality into it, take your time, Adult Swim. We got plenty of anime. I would like to see Adult Swim do their thing. But shout out to WB. They're starting to reinvest in anime because they're going to, since they sold off Crunchyroll, they're about to invest in another one. I don't know if they're buying or they're parting, called You Next in Japan. So they might get some more old licenses back for streaming services and whatever they're doing. Okay. So that's some news out there. So basically, as cheap as WB is, everybody is getting him. I ain't gonna say cheap, but as weird as they've been with their management of stuff, everybody is in the anime business firmly. whether if it's Disney, Amazon.
I think you can say cheap kook because they definitely made some weird financial decisions.
I don't even want to get into all that because we know how we get, because I hate them.
Yep.
I straight up say that. But I'm just saying, kudos to them for understanding, like, okay, we sold Crunchyroll. We probably couldn't afford it. Sony was pushing for it. Sony want to pimp a lot of North America control over anime. Netflix is the next big pimp. But Netflix at least kind of seem to be getting better at how they release it. So, they fighting back, I guess. Does Disney also kind of get that? I mean, basically the big four people who gonna get stuff. And these companies cannot be like, oh no, we're not gonna sell you our rights. I know a lot of people hate the Hulu Netflix jail. Hulu Disney jail now. They used to be the Netflix jail. Netflix have gotten better about their release dates, releasing stuff on time with seasonal Japanese releases. I know that might sound like some Dusty Chan stuff, but it actually makes it better to release with Japan release way the stuff comes out. You can release it anytime.
I slightly disagree.
I
like when they start and they had, so when you got that middle period, they're like, nah, we got a little heat for y'all. Don't worry, we got a little.
But they still been doing that. Sometimes it'll come out a little bit lower, a little bit less, but like something like Ranma, it's kind of like it's gonna be in multiple places, but overseas. But Netflix has the global rights, but they're like, hey, we want to release more with the competition because they kind of can crush the I ain't gonna say crush. They can compete just as good now, and they got their stuff together. So they like kind of got into the more seasonal stuff because I think they always still want to get the Japan market and not just be kind of all over the place. Because if we're gonna watch it, America, we're gonna watch it when we want to watch it. But they want to release it with, I guess, the others per se.
Word up. I got you. But so, Uzumaki is already out. I am placing it onto my server as we speak. I will be checking this joint out later.
Yes.
Because this joint, this is definitely, it looks so unique. It's worth at least a one episode view. And it looks like there's only 4 episodes that they're planning for this thing anyway. So,
I mean, it's probably people gonna be getting chopped up left and right. They probably ain't gonna make it long. So they probably be like, look, you better catch these people while you can. But these spirals putting them out of control. But I got one last thing, and that's basically Vox Machina October 5th too. Everything is coming October 5th. Season 3 picks up right.
Machina.
Look, love it, man. Look, it just yes. I'm trying not to curse on Mike's show, but with Vox it's just like hell yeah. It's like Kite Man. It gets you pumped. Do something stupid. But season 3 picks up right where they
explosions in lava.
Yeah. But they still hunt for the remaining vestiges of the Virgins, the MacGuffins, to take down Cinder King, Thordak, which I think will be one of the last performances by Lance Reddick. I don't know if he recorded, but he was.
I know he's in Ballerina, at least for a little bit.
So, come for Lance Reddick. Appreciate his last few works that's out there. But Vox has been picking up steam. I ain't got to tell people about Critical Role and all that. Critical Role, they got made money. I'm not one of, I want to tell people this, like, I always laugh with some of my, non-melanated friends who are big Dungeons and Dragons people. And I just say that, it ain't got to just be them, but it is them. But when they talk about Vox Machina and Critical Role, I'll be like, look, y'all, I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know a damn thing about Critical Role other than their success. But I tell you what I do like, growing up watching Dungeons and Dragons, the cartoon. This is the adult versions of Dungeons and Dragons, the cartoon from my 80s days of stupidity. I'm glad the way they do it. I'm glad they don't do it under the framework of some people like, oh, I wish they would do the framework. They were playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. No, they doing it like an action show. Y'all know they be playing Dungeons. Y'all know what it is with Dungeons and Dragons. Just watch the show. You ain't even got to know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons to understand this. It's adventurers doing stuff.
Like this is
great.
You can really just jump in and you'll be a quick study. You see the characters are really I love Vox Machina. I cannot wait.
Wanted to
Glad
say
this is
that
coming
because I hate when some of the writers, the people who review the show or on the big websites, they talk from the top view of like, oh, Critical Role, this, that. We get it. We know like all we gotta do is say Google Critical Role. They successful. Thank y'all for y'all success. In fact, shout out to Critical Role again for helping Zal. You know, a lot of people hated on it. DEI people, haters, but forget them. But I'm just saying, so I appreciate what Critical Role is doing. But the way you review this show, you don't have to actually have played a game of Dungeons and Dragons to appreciate the show.
It's an animated series. It stands on its own. It's my same argument about people that say if you watch DC movies or Marvel movies, it doesn't matter if you read a comic or not. It doesn't matter. Enjoy the piece of content where you're getting it for what it is. Is it awesome if you know more stuff? Cool, that's cool. But if you don't, you can just enjoy the movie on its own. It doesn't make you any less of a movie watcher.
If you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, perfect example. Most people who watch that movie they never read no damn Guardians of the Galaxy comic. If you understand Guardians of the Galaxy, a found family, just change the setting from space to fantasy.
Yeah, and make it a ragtag team
and make it R-rated. There you have it.
Wow.
So, because it is R-rated, y'all.
Yeah, it is. I've seen the episode.
Okay,
it's definitely
you know
R-rated.
what? Very glad you mentioned that, Coop, because it certainly is.
Yeah, like even without them saying I don't even remember them showing a lot of skin, but it might be the dwarf. What's his name?
The dwarf. Him alone. I mean, he's lascivious, man.
Him alone makes this R-rated. Yeah. If he's a Scandaland or whatever, Scandaland.
Yeah.
Scandaland. Him alone makes this an R-rated show. I just want to stress that. So add in 5-6 more people in a crazy world and a lot of blood. When the blood get flowing, it gets flowing.
Yeah, they don't mind.
But yeah, see y'all, once again, we got a whole bunch of cool anime for y'all to watch. You know what I'm saying? There's tons of stuff out there for y'all to see. There's even more stuff than we brought up. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't be out there hating. I don't want to hear nobody talk about they ain't got nothing to watch.
Man, you got everything from treasure hunting to a demon lord to people eyeballs spinning around in some purse. You got people who changing the giant magical pandas and other things with their son who they keep selling off to other fiancés. You got all type of stuff going on with angry young samurais who are handsome and volatile. So that's just a summary of all of our stuff and the Okokuron, the next job for for the voice actor of what's his name?
Tanjiro.
He gonna be Ken for a hot minute. That boy, I don't know what he get paid, but pay him.
Yeah, pay that man his money.
Pay that man his money. But yeah, that's the 2024 fall preview for anime and animated things.
We loaded. It's gonna be a good season. I can feel it.
I feel like it's gonna be a good season. I feel like
go ahead.
I feel like I'm at least keep with 3 of these.
Yeah, I know I'm definite on 2. I might be adding in a 3rd.
And you know what? And unlike JJK, I feel like I owe it to Bleach. Even if I don't watch week to week, I'm gonna jump back in that thing because it deserves its praise. I know y'all can say the same about Dragon Ball. I know I'll be joking around. Bleach, I'm going to tip my hat and I will jump back into that series.
Yeah, I can't wait. Man, Bleach, straight fire. So what I'll do, you know what? Look, we can talk since we already at hour. We can talk My Hero and Elusive in a couple seconds, but I'll wrap this up here. So I'll throw it to Mark Dub. Mark Dub, final thoughts and where can they find you?
Final thoughts. this season is gonna be loaded. I'm most looking forward to Dan, but man, there's just a lot that looks good to me. That's visually pretty, and I can't wait to get into it with some of you guys. And you can tell us if we're wrong. We rarely are. I don't get tired of being this right all the time. We just good at this. You should trust us.
And I challenge Mark because I like messing with Mark. You pick Demon Lord. I want you to. I may not watch it. I want you to at least try to review it for a couple episodes. Make me want to watch this.
We'll see. We shall see. It has to make me want to watch this.
Yeah, we're hoping it's good.
Right. So, y'all can find me. I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44 on Twitter, X Twitter. I can't even say Twix. Just Twix. Twixer.
You know what? Twix. Yeah, Twix will work.
Oh, I thought we were going to do some elusive. Oh, are we wrapping up? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. I said since we're already at an hour, so I'll go ahead and wrap up, and then we can continue on a little later.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'm Mark Wallace in real life. Find me. I'm easy to find.
No doubt. Coop, final thoughts? Where can they find you?
Final thoughts. I love doing these previews. I love when we can find stuff that, if I can find stuff that can make Mike want to try it, I know I have done a good job. And I'm not saying that Mark is easy, because he was like, Mashal, get it out my face. I was like, okay, I failed with Mashal for Mark. You know, shout out to Rachel. She has she's a woman of culture. But
woman of culture.
you know, so
right.
You know,
since I don't like Mashal, I am not. There we are with it.
But Sherry didn't like it either, so she was like, no. But Uzumaki, even if I'm not liking it, even if I don't watch it, I can appreciate just looking at it, and it's beautifully created enough to disturb me. So I guess good job, creator. That's what they're going for.
That joint looks crazy. I'm definitely giving that a shot.
Eyeball, man, the swirling eyeballs. It's like, ah! But anyway, so I'm definitely gonna peep into that. I need to catch up on my Bleach. I might just do a replay and then jump right back in with Mike, just like I ain't never left. Go get my black gi and my big sword.
Like, if you want to do it real quick, watch the last 2 episodes of season 1, watch the last 2 episodes of season 2, and then you'll be fine.
Yep. So, because
that's a quick way to jump back in.
That good old fashioned. We know the big brawl coming, and they got the big bosses, so you got to deal with them.
But the thing is, like, the whole show been big brawls.
I'm telling you, Mike, you came in at the right time.
Blood War's been on point.
For you, this is the perfect time you jumped in on it, because I know you did watch the other series, the original series, but they cut down all the fat because the series is completed. It's nothing but story. There is no filler. Generally, in most anime, there is no more filler because everybody can't be doing 100 episodes.
Yeah, we can't be doing 2 million episodes no more.
Yeah, so nobody ain't got time for that. So.
And see, when I got into Bleach, I was able to go online and be like, okay, what episodes do I get to skip? So I kind of flew through the original series, because I mean, when you're skipping the intro and outro, like,
it ain't even about.
It's like what, 16 minutes a show?
It ain't even about the intro outro. It's about the filler that they had to create to keep the show going while they was finishing up the manga. But I feel what you're saying. But I'm saying they had legit filler seasons.
Oh yeah. Oh, when I saw when I was looking at the website, I was like, yo, isn't that like 60 something episodes?
Yes.
I was like, dang.
Like a whole other series.
Because I looked at it a couple times, like, are you sure I'm not missing nothing? This is a lot of episodes to skip. But I was like, all right.
Girl,
the funny thing is, I skipped them episodes. I ain't miss a beat. I was like, man, they know they wrong. They know they dead wrong for that.
Because they're literally, the story changed in one part. They'll be in the middle of like where they be fighting Yukihara. The next they'll be like, oh man, what we doing? I'm like, what? Like, why the story change? Like, filler. Yeah, it has some
like,
one of the
we
most
gotta finish the book.
Some of the most notorious filler. Some of the filler was cold. Not gonna lie, it got stupid, but some of it was fun. But it just did not. It did not logically fit, and it broke my mind. It was just like, oh my god. So y'all, if y'all ain't never had to deal with that Adult Swim life, I'm telling you, it was fun times. It was some messed up times, but I appreciate seeing IP come back. So I'm just happy about this. I'm generally okay with the season. And, we're gonna wrap up the summer season, I guess, when we talk a little bit later, because sometimes I love a season when you feel like you got a lot of jam packed stuff, but sometimes when you get like two or three quality and that's just it makes you appreciate it even more. So you can find me, Keith Cooper, at blurred.ish on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find the Blurtish uh, Facebook page. Shout out to everybody I saw this week at the two different anime events. Shout out to Radio Bar for inviting me, and shout out to FM. Hopefully, we got more anime events coming. Shout out to Tap 65. I can't make it, but a lot of my vendor friends will be there Tuesday, October 1st. I don't have nothing officially booked for October. Working on it. I need to really, really get on it. So y'all will find me if you want to find me. Holler at me if you want some books and different things. I got some more manga coming, and I'm gonna try some things and make some suggestions if you got it.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. On my end, yo, we living out here, yo. We living out here. We got Dragon Ball coming back. We got Bleach, Ranma. I didn't even know what. Look, all I know is they fighting. So I'm like, look, I'm at least look one episode. I mean, come on,
They throwing hands from the shoulders.
Rama and a half. Rama.
Yeah,
They
look,
throwing them from the
I'm
shoulders.
shortening it because I shorten everything. So look, I ain't gonna be saying it a half. They know what I'm talking about when I say it.
I just like say just Rama.
Yo, all I know is they fighting, so they getting at least one episode.
They will be fighting and gags.
They fighting.
Oh Lord.
Oh man. So besides that, you got Uzumaki, ain't no Naruto in this. So I mean, I guess this is gonna be horror. And Dan, since I'm feeling the vibes, especially how y'all was talking about it, I'm gonna take that out. So we might, if I end up liking everything, I could be watching like 4 or 5 shows this season.
All right, see? That's what I'm talking about.
If I like everything I see. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
If he likes
it. We'll see. But of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Until the next time that you see a woman with a hole in her head and an eyeball swirling around, we're just saying, peace.